Legends, what is going on? What is happening right there? Hopefully you boys are having a good start to the week right there, and we are back with the best meta plays in each position. Now in this video, basically no nonsense, man. It is literally two subcategories: best, cheap to medium. Cheap to medium meaning cards being cheap to medium. Cheers, Jeff.
Bruh.
And we've got obviously we got medium to expensive. Those are like the players with the big budgets, you could say, you know. Obviously all the positions I cover, and this is kind of just to give you an idea, boys. You know, it's not really like the specific cards, it's more so what play styles they have, kind of an idea of what you need to be looking out for, if that makes sense. Whether you evo them, that's completely up to you. But for the most part though, I think I at least cover most of the cards that you do see in champs, you do see in rivals that are so good. So let's get into it, man. Man, come on, you already know MMOEXP, the best coin website to get your FC26 coins. Get a huge jump start to your teams. I'm talking Mbappe's, I'm talking some of the best cards in the game, man. META, that's code META for the best cheapest coins. Check first link in description. Also 8% off, god damn. The very first category is going to be the best cheap to medium goalkeepers. Now when it comes to goalkeepers, right, I always say it, man, like I don't want to be a broken record, but I always say it though, completely up to you. Like when it comes to goalkeepers, you want to find tall goalkeepers, guys that are like beefy, stocky, you know, in game. Cards that essentially have the best reflexes is always the play, and then also cards that have amazing play styles. Now I've actually checked, we have evos by the way this year, about time. EA, thank you. We do have main man Robert Sanchez. Now I've included, most of the time I include like relevant evos, so even if they expired, they're still relevant, if that makes sense, like if they're still usable now. And obviously Robert Sanchez, from me versing him, bro, the amount of times I've versed this card and he always cooks. So definitely if you have him in the team, just know, you know he's good. You know, he's got the 4-star weak foot, he's 6'6" as well. You know, better virtually than in real life, bro. Nah, I'm kidding, man. But far reach though, pace, very nice goalkeeper in this game. You know, that's the type of like qualities that make a good goalkeeper, is the play styles, how tall they are, the reflexes, you know, everything above 80. We've got also Vicario that can get evoed, and I think it's actually evo right now, you know, that is out that you can do. So you got to go World Tour and then Phantom Dash, I think, to get him. Wait, the World Tour, isn't that just for cosmetics, or am I tripping? I think it might just be cosmetic, right? So I'm not too sure about that one, but you can just go Phantom Dash and get his kicking up to 80, and then obviously his speed, which does play a huge role in terms of rushing out. Now he has the playstyle base of rush out, which is good enough, right? But he has 52 speed, so you want to obviously have like something to counter it, or not count it, something to like help us, you know, if that makes sense. So yeah, positioning as well goes up, but I think for the most part it makes them faster, which is ideal for rushing out. It's actually a very overpowered playstyle if you know how to use it perfectly, you know, perfectly. So yeah, we've got Oblak, Stegen. These are cards that I think a lot of people use in the cheap to medium range, you know. Mainan as well, I see him a lot. I see Mama Dashvili so much time, more than my own family, bro. Fair enough though, but 2.5k, he's gone down in price, and every time I play him, if I've got someone that is good in terms of keeper movement, this man is insane, bro. Very nice goalkeeper in this game. 6'6", I think that's why he's so good. He's so tall. But yeah, what are they feeding these guys, bro? 6'6", becoming the norm now, basically. Like Prem, you know, is the new NBA, bro, for goalkeepers. But we got Pickford, 21,000 coins. These are so good. I always add him as a best valued. But Tiamu is a good cheap to medium goalkeeper. We're gonna move over to the medium to expensive now. Yes, you're seeing icons, right? I feel like it's time. It's time to include some of the icons, and I feel like, especially from a goalkeeper standpoint, if you have coins, boys, by all means go for the goalkeepers, man, that are the best in the game. Probably Van der Sar, Buffon, the new Oliver Kahn, which is nice. Yashin is always a Spider-Man in goals if you're using him. But yeah, I think for the most part I didn't include conventional icons, and only for goalkeepers I would say, because it's not that much goalkeepers, you know, to cover everything. But especially with like strikers and like wingers, I didn't really include like Pele's. Maybe he's silver stars though. Did you boys see what happened with that one? Yeah, EA, come on, bro. I couldn't capitalize because I actually do go outside and I don't have Pele. But if you do have Pele, fair enough, you could have evoed him. I actually want to be in your boat, so fair enough. If you evoed that Pele, yeah, that card looks nice. But in terms of goalkeepers, why am I talking about Pele, man? I do think the goalkeeper aspect, as I said, same thing with the cheap to medium, more play style pluses, the merrier. And yeah, that's a mouthful, by the way. Schmeichel, Van der Sar, very nice goalkeepers. Howard, I like how I said Schmeichel, Van der Sar, you know, those, you can see I'm a United fan, bro. I just literally highlighted them. But yeah, tell me who's your favorite goalkeeper in the game. In terms of like best bang for buck though, I can actually give you one. I'd probably say between Donnarumma, Alisson, and Courtois, bro. Those three, very good. Got good links as well, you know, for the most part. Like, people always playing. Like, if you have Courtois, you're going to have Rudiger, you know, those type of cards. If you have Alisson, you're going to have, you know, either Van Dijk, Marquinhos even to link, you know, like a Pacho as well. I don't know the links, but yeah, those are good goalkeepers. Let's jump over to the fullbacks, man. We move over to cheap to medium fullbacks. Now, there's some Evos are included, like this Mendy. Now, Mendy is no longer as meta, but trust me, he still got that ounce, you know, of meta, bro. He still has that, you know, Unk still got it, bro. 85 pace, though. We've got some decent upgrades as well, man. The World Tour, just ignore that. I think you essentially can still just go Rise from the Grove. From the grave, sorry, man said Grove. Nonetheless, though, 82 defense goes from 78 to 82 defense, which is nice. He goes from 75 dribbling to 82 dribbling. So the cards are becoming basically almost an 80 club. Basically everything above 80 in terms of stats, except for shooting, of course. He's a fullback, but not a bad card. I've versed him a couple of times. I wouldn't say anything that like insane, but not bad. We got Rolfo, Karchawi. Now, when it comes to fullbacks, right, you want to find pacey fullbacks. Everything above, I'd say 85 pace at least is good. I mean, everyone has above 85 pace here, as you can see. A very underrated one that a lot of people actually don't really know how good he is until you've used him is the main man Dumfries, bro. I feel like this guy, I wouldn't even really say underrated. I feel like people do know, but man, oh man, there's something about this card. Every single FC or FIFA that comes out, I think it's just his body type in game. He's kind of like a compact big guy. Does that make sense? Like, he's very tall, but he's very compact when he runs, you know, in game. He's got the jockey animation, which is, if you don't know about the jockey, it's basically buffed. It was good always, but it basically allows for him to move from side to side very fast in terms of like projecting tackle. So let's say if you're running with the fullback and you kind of projecting where your your attackers are going to go, like either strikers or your opponent's attackers, then they move faster, bro. They like, just, you can see they're very agile off the ball, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, fullbacks in this game, I feel like you can get away with murder, bro, in terms of like, you know, you can literally run a 5 million coin team. You can have Llorente at right back. He's gonna cook. Do you know what I mean? It's not that, I wouldn't say it's not important, but it's still like you can get away with it. You know, you can have George, sorry, not George, this is his son though, right? Timothy Weah, for sure. You know, man like Tim. He's got finesse shot base. What? This card is actually going to be insane in future Evos, and he is really good in game as well. I like those type of cards, very underrated. But yeah, tell me who's your favorite fullback that is cheap to medium. When it comes to also the fullbacks here, yeah, these cards are okay. Frimpong kind of dissipating a bit, but still does his job though, you know. It's just, you can see sometimes now, especially with the power curve kind of changing with the new Scream promo. You kind of see the 72 defense actually playing a part. You know, so yeah, you have to look out for that. Jordi Alba, if you don't have coins like myself for the new one, I think it might be expired still, the SPC one. You can pick up the Inform. You will do, I wouldn't say a similar job, but he'll do somewhat of a decent enough job. So that's what you have to look out for, you know. Let's move over to the medium to expensive. These are cards, fullbacks. These are cards that essentially, right, I say essentially a lot, but these are cards that are S tier. These are cards that are going to get you out of those like moments where you don't really need to rely too much on your actual skill. Rather, the cards will help you out. Do you know what I mean? It's that type of thing. So someone like Llorente, that Inform, everybody's using him. You know, he is insane in terms of stature, the way he moves. But yeah, pretty much when it comes to playstyle pluses, a lot of people like to look out for, you know, something that is pacey. But I like to say the jockey is always good. Like, I think Scott, she has it. She's very good value as well. She's amazing. She's so much faster, like off and on the ball with the jockey plus. So you have to look out for that. Obviously, conventional icons. If I've missed out a few, don't be in my comments saying, Mike, where is this icon, bro? Please, I'm going to delete. I'm going to block you, bro. Okay? I'm joking. I will not block you, but I'll give you a warning at least. Nonetheless, though, Zambrotta, 373k. He looks like one of the best valued icons. Very nice card. If you packed him from like the icon 88 pick, not bad. Was it a pick or was it just a pack? I think it was a pack. We are not yet by the picks, you know. Trent, underrated. Incisive pass plus. Some might, you actually have to get this in your minds, boys. When it comes to pace, right, you have to see how they are in game. And if you add a chem style, like for instance, if I know for a fact, if I add a shadow to Alexander-Arnold, he's going to feel like he's 90 plus pace because he's a new included card. You know, he's still got that like animations. He's got amazing passing. He's going to be really good in this game. So if you use him, I know a lot of people that use him, is going to be solid. Captivia is another nice one. He has Anticipate Plus. It says 84 pace, but no, it's faster than that, man. So you have to obviously separate stats from how they feel. I always say is a specific mic saying MetaMike indeed. Let's move on to center backs, man. Cheap to medium center backs. Now these are, I think it was evolution cards. Husanov, I think that's how you say, the Portuguese backline one. Evo, you go 20,000 coins, you get him to +1 pace, a little bit not the best, but 77 defense to 83 defense, bro. That is a huge increase to the card. And he also gets a no, I don't think I think he already had jockey base, if I'm not mistaken. Let's just check. Yeah, he had jockey and bruiser base, which are very nice fundamental playstyles to, like, you know, build the card with in future evos. Now a little bit low reactions and stuff. If you don't know about reactions, it's basically one of the best retrospective stats, you know, that makes everything else better. So if they have good reactions for any card, bro, it makes all the other stats just kind of, you know, rise. So yeah, Marquinhos, Saliba, these are all cards that we all played. By the way, man, you don't need to be doing too much. Literally, I think it was in pro events, everybody was rocking that Marquinhos because of the Intercept Plus. He has decent enough pace. Why do you need to be spending much more cash? Rather allocate more coins towards any other position. You don't need to be doing too much for center backs. I feel like all these guys here that I see are cooking. I mean, Hoyson and Hanko, the amount of times I've seen these guys in game is so irritating. You just know it's Hoyson as well with his blonde hair, and bro is 6'6". So yeah, Cabal though, this is the card that I actually was saying to a couple of people. Anticipate Plus, he's gone up in price. He was 50k the other day, above 80 pace split. Not only that, he's got intercept base. Now in terms of collecting the ball, one of the best, man. He's 6'1" as well, not the shortest, not the tallest, one of the best in terms of like movement. If he add, I don't know, I don't think you can add jockey, right, to someone that already has a Anticipate Plus. So I don't think you can add jockey to this card, if I'm not mistaken. Left wing is crazy work. Can he actually play left wing? Colombian Juventus player, but it's not Cuadrado. He can link to Cuadrado, by the way. That's one thing I wanted to say. You know, it's a nice addition to like a Serie A team. You know, if you don't want to go the conventional route, you know, the boring route, I like to say. But Cabal, I actually have Cuadrado, so I might get that Cabal in my team. I know he's good though. So yeah, let's jump over to see other ones. You see, these are cards that you could say honorable mentions, but still cheap to medium, very good. You know, Kwanzaa, I actually play a couple of times with him. Oh, sorry, versed him, sorry. Pause. And he's good. He's kind of like a better Hincapi, you could say. So yeah, Calafiori is nice. Versed him at left back, was actually faster than what his stats is. And that's what I said about stats. Don't always rely on how they stats look. See how they perform in game. Like that Calafiori seems so much faster, man. Lacroix, I have him in my team. I can actually add a jockey plus to him, which is nice because he doesn't have any playstyle pluses. So you have to look out for those type of things that you can make a card so much better than what they are, you know, in terms of evos, in terms of objectives. You guys know the deal. Another a very cheap one if you're starting the game off is Vardio and Araujo, bro, combined, if maths is correct, 2,800 coins, bro. 1.5 plus 1.3, that is insane. Fair enough, man. You can build a very nice cheap team with the way things are going now, with gold cards as well. Let's jump over to the medium to expensive center backs. When it comes to as I said, you don't need to be doing too much for center backs. You can literally have Kunde and Marquinhos, and you can get 15 and 0 straight up. But if you want to go the route of, you know, being a player, then you can go Ferdinand, you can go Desai. Those type of cards are so good. And also this Vidic, bro. Oh my days. Bruiser Plus, if you don't know that, basically shrugs players off the ball. They've upped it now. It's finally in the game. Anticipate Plus, you know, Bruiser as well, is kind of like allowing you to differentiate between tackle types. So if you have Bruiser Plus and you're holding down A or obviously X on PlayStation or pressing it, it basically shrugs the player off the ball only if you have advanced defending. If you have tactical though, it does still help. But they do it for you, you know, automatically, if that makes sense. If you have tactical, that's basically what advanced defending and tactical is, if you did not know. Blanc, Beckenbauer, Maldini, boys, there's just so much good center backs right there in the game that it's just to give you an idea that these cards, you know, what you need to look out for. Now, can't lie, Millie Bright, I don't really include women center backs in the game because I feel like they just never have the like animation type to hit players off the ball and like kind of be that center backs. It's a little bit too woke for me. I can't lie to have the woman at center. I'm joking. But I do think if you have Millie Bright, she's probably one of the best because she has the Intercept Plus. That's how important playstyle pluses are, man. You have to look out for it. And actually, yeah, our card doesn't look bad, though. I can't lie. Nothing completely crazy. Tell me in the comments, though, who do you think deserves to be that's a woman center back? I do think maybe, I wouldn't say Irene Paredes. I'd say, oh my days, I completely forgot about her, bro. Please, please, please don't cancel me, man. What's her name? I think her name is, what is her name now, bro? From center back from France. Let's go. I think it's Arkema. Center back from France, Arkema. We're gonna get her name right now. If this thing can load, that would be sick. Reynard. What am I doing, bro? Reynard is literally probably even better than Millie Bright. She's got the Anticipate Plus. You could even say both cars look very similar. And she's actually taller in-game, so it will help in terms of shrugging, you know. But yeah, another nice one that I forgot to mention is this man, Yaro. Bro, he is so good in-game. Doesn't have any playstyle pluses, but in-game he's so solid, bro. I think he has jockey animation and etc, etc. Tomori, I hate versing that guy. He's so good. But yeah, tell me who's your favorite center back if you are in the big baller brands and not the from the Ball brothers, you know, just big baller brands in terms of cash. But yeah, let's jump over to the CDM CMs. Now, when it comes to CDM CMs, these I actually differentiate between 3, like you could say even more subcategories, right? When it comes to midfielders, you got your cams. Those are straight up attackers, so we're gonna not include them. Some attackers though, or cams, can actually play box to box, but I will obviously go through it with you. This is the CDM CMs. When it comes to like cheap to medium, I'm thinking a little bit more up for the price, because if you think about it, like you allocate more coins towards your midfielders because they are the heart of the team. I always say it. So yeah, you need to look out for cards like very good value ones. Patrick Guiaro, so good. De Jong. Most of the Barcelona people are so good, and it makes sense because Barca always have good midfielders, women and men, bro, aside. So yeah, I think this is very good. So the cards like Foden, these are the type of cards that you use like if you're running a, for instance, 4-5-1, right, /2. You've got 3 CMs. You got your CM that is more of your defensive structured one. You got your CM that could play box to box, either small, tall, doesn't matter. Then you have your Foden. He's the offensive CM. He's a guy that collects, releases the ball very quickly. He's a fast character. He's more of a trump card, playmaker, roaming type vibes, or even playmaker, attack. Very nice card because his movement is very good. So he's perfect. You know, Pedri is the perfect card like that. Now, when it comes to the CDMs, you're looking at cards like Gravenberch, you know, for cheap ones. You're looking at the Jongs. These are cards that collect the ball. More so, you could say they are... Actually, the Jong's not really like that. He's more of the... Overall, he's like versatile in that area. But Thuram, I'd say, is one. Shrimeni, Kamavinga, these are the CDMs that irritate you. They get the ball. They like that pest, that mosquito to collect the ball. But yeah, as I said, the trump cards, the guys that are like very good on the ball, off the ball, more of the attacking, like playmaker, roaming vibes. You know, they're always roaming. Bernardo Silva, Foden. I would even say McTominay's up there with the incisive. Zaire Emery, and oh my days, I forgot about Evos, boys. Look at this Evo right here. 20 likes. People are knowing. You go the big fella. Obviously, you got Ward-Prowse from the season pass. Then you go star in motion. He becomes above 80 everything. He goes to 88 dribbling. He has 5-star skills. This Foden, Ward-Prowse, dead ball plus, a little bit redundant. Still decent, but not the best, man. If he had like a technical plus, something along those lines, perfect. But Ward-Prowse, bro, look at the state of this card. 2,000, almost 500 in-game stats. Yeah, get him in your team if you have the card. Trust me, this is going to be the best thing you'll do to get the big fella and star in motion if you have not used it. If you haven't, though, you can still get someone like the likes of Zaire Emery, which actually might be better from like a standpoint of everything. He's got the technical plus, 5-star skills. Yeah, this card is him, boys. He might actually be better. So get him rather, you know. And this one you just need to buy his gold card. Oh my days, that is an insane card, boys. I'm giving you guys gems right here, man. But let us jump over to obviously all those cards we've mentioned. Gomez is another good one, by the way. Mine is still very good. Trejo, yeah. CMs that are medium to expensive. As I said, I'm not going to include Ruud Gullit. We all know he's good, boys, but there is conventional cards here that I like to include. You know, you got your Xavis, of course, yes, but then you got your Iniesta, Incisive Pass Plus, Zidane, Sawa, each within their respective rights. Going to be insane. and going to chop things up. Hamshik, we got obviously the Scream hero cards. Now EA, I know you said you're gonna make the power curve a little bit slower. What are all these cards, bro? I'm seeing there's actually insane amount of cards now. This new Park Ji-sung is him. I've used him a couple of games. Oh my golly gosh, bro. I haven't used that word, that saying ever. But this guy, I'm happy enough to say it with this guy around. Ping Pass plus, intercept, incisive. Boys, what makes him so good is his amazing reactions, very good stamina like he was in real life. 87 defensive awareness. People are saying 79 defense. No. Look at the in-game stats and goddamn, in-game he is so good. Very nice cheap card, man. I mean, sorry, not cheap, very good value card. Pogba, good, but I do think over time will dissipate. You can kind of see it now. He's a little bit too tall sometimes in game, but it's such a fun card to use. You know, you don't need to always go meta. You can always go fun as well, and with ounces of meta. And Pogba's that man. But we do have Essien, you know, very good. Kimmich, Mariona, Valverde. These are all cards that can play multiple plethora of positions. CDM mainly though. Bonmati, she can tackle everything. She can play a CDM role even if she's CM. It's just she doesn't obviously have the CDM position. But Karchawi, oh my bro, she might be one of the best versatile cards in the whole game. I can't even argue. Trickster plus with all those plethora of playstyles. Jockey, intercept, technical, quick step. The more the merrier. 436k in game. It's gonna be the best 436k you'll ever spend in your life, bro. Trust me. Sakina Kachao, you can play anywhere. I'd be so happy to pack her untradeable because she'll be used in the team. She'd be used 1,000 games instantly, bro. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, and it's not even on glazed thing, you know. She's not only beautiful, she is insane in game. Yes, sir. Cams, though, let's move over to insane cams when it comes to like cheap to medium. Now, when it comes to cams, right, you're using either a playmaker, Shadow Striker, or Classic 10. I feel like that's the best ones. But most of the time, people use playmaker because they're chance creators. So if you're looking at like playstyles, the best is incisive ping pass or long ball pass plus. Done. You know, when it comes to like releasing the ball, you want to be that cam that, or you want to have that cam that just is an instant releaser. That sounds insane. But when it comes to like the way they collect the ball, they move and they pass. Done. Do you know what I mean? Or they can be shadow strikers, you know, they must be very good in terms of like pace, like raw stats, you know, shooting. And I feel like the best shadow strikers in this game is definitely someone like the likes of Pulisic. You know, he has decent stats, excuse me, very good in terms of on the ball as well. So to get there as like a striker type vibe is perfect, you know. Someone like a cam that's a chance creator, you could say Shirky. He's got the trickster, very decent card in terms of like the way he moves. The issue is just his passing, so you have to find a chance creator like Verts, you know, 88 passing with the incisive pass plus. It's literally perfect. 60k for him, very good value. Lavelle, some people actually said she's one of the best valued cams straight up, and I'd actually agree with that, man. She's got the ping pass plus, which is kind of, oh sorry, not ping pass, what is that? That is oh, it is ping pass. So it's basically like how fast she passes, like with the RB R1 on PlayStation. So those instant like intricate passes does very well, and she's perfect for that chance creation. Yeah, there's a lot of cams though. Tell me who's your favorite cam. We got Bahoya, very irritating to play. He's so fast. But yeah, the cheaper ones, Dybala, Musiala will work. Palmer is actually kind of one that I kind of struggle against sometimes. He has a very unique body type and irritating if someone knows how to utilize it. I don't know, it's very weird. But I definitely add a hunt on him because I think he's probably one of the best Shadow Striker cheap cards right now, man. Trust, if he gets like a Evo, but I think because he's already high rated, it's going to be hard. But this router I need to actually showcase. By the way, that Bobby Charlton and Pele, I think Pele, I don't think you can do it anymore. Yeah, you see, could not be found. So they've actually took it away because I think it was too overpowered. So yeah, we've got a Jorginho Ruta. This man has always been insane in future Evos, you know, special cards because of the 5-star. Now, in game, I just know this card is going to be him. 88 reactions. Look at the state of this card. The undead lion and star in motion. This man, I've versed him. I must say, very irritating to play against. If you have him in your team, he's going to be so good, man. Especially at striker because of the 5-star. He's a type of card that a pro would use if they're using like a RTG. Does that make sense? Because of the 5-star, man. He's very nice. Trust me. I actually think I might actually do him because I haven't done any of these you know, evolutions like the star in motion one. But yeah, and he's got advanced striker plus. What are we doing? Enforcer as well. Nah, wait. Boys, the more I look at the card, the more I actually want to do the card. Fair enough, man. What a card. But let's move over to the medium to expensive cards. These are cards that are not Evos. They are good. You just buy them and they're going to play good, bro. When it comes to chance creators, I'm looking at Bonmati. Perfect. Puteas, perfect. Karchawi, perfect. Messi. Oh my days. One of the best cams in the game. Instantly, because just the way he maneuvers himself. You want to find a card that just feels good on the ball, man. That's the... When it comes to cams, that's literally just it. This Due, a couple of people don't really know about him, and I must just introduce you to Due, because Desire Due, right, is so good in real life. In-game kind of plays similar. Now, I know he doesn't have the best stats in terms of like raw, like pace and shooting, but goddamn, bro. I know so his passing's a little bit low, but the way he plays in-game, versed him so much times, man. I would say 3, 4, 5 times. I wouldn't say so much, but he's so good, man. Very nice card. We got Sissy Zola. Griezmann, Cole. Dybala is such a nice one as well, the finesse shot plus. He's literally the perfect shadow striker if you have a good striker already. So like, let's say you're running Mbappe, you have Dybala just underneath, bro. He's going to be such a good chance creator, a shadow striker to run up with the ball, so good. But when you need a cam that can pass, right, De Bruyne is your guy. Someone like that, perfect. But yeah, tell me who's your favorite cams. Let's move over to the wingers though. As I said, it's just to give you like creative vibes, you know, give you the idea of what to look out for. When it comes to wingers, you can go free ham with wingers. I'll be honest, every time I verse, even if it's the worst winger under the sun, but it's fast, it's irritating. It's just how the game is and how the meta is. So if they have somewhat of a decent playstyle plus or playstyles in general, and they're somewhat fast, they're gonna do good. I mean, we literally seen it, like a couple of people even using like you could say the silver stars and they would cook, you know what I mean? So it's not that big a deal when it comes to wingers. You just have to look out for the best ones. When it comes to wingers that I verse that I hate, this Kudus for some reason, just because I haven't done him, is like one of the worst irritating cards I've versed. So good. We got Rashford, obviously his evos, any of his evos is good. Rodman is good. Versed him a couple of times. Covered Scale, I haven't really versed him that much this year, I won't lie. I don't know why that is. Maybe if he gets a special card, you're going to see him a lot. Could just be that there's better wingers out there, like this Nico Williams, for instance. 76 shooting, but for some reason, he absolutely cooks me every time. I think it's the finesse shot as well, and he's got the 5-star weak foot, so it makes sense. You see, that's the type of things you have to look out for. Like people say, no ways you're using Nico Williams right now with 76 shooting. No, he's got the finesse shot already, which kind of compensates for everything shooting related. And then 5-star weak foot, bro. Like, what? That card is so good, man. If you can get a special of him, and that's why his special card is so expensive, even irrespective of his shooting stats, it's the way he plays in-game with the play styles and everything, you know, collectively. But yeah, Salma is very nice as well. Yeah, Berenstain, it's okay. Karaskov, it's okay. There's some mid ones, yeah, I won't lie. But if you want to get the best of the best, medium to expensive wingers, go to MMOXP now, but definitely check out the, you know, if you want. I feel like right now, it's so difficult to acquire cards like, you know, Dembele's, Vinny's. You have to kind of either buy coins or FC points, open packs, you know, because you can't really get them from, unless you have good pack luck. Yeah, you get me. So yeah, these wingers, man, I don't really need to be explaining myself on how good Claudia Pina is, because yeah, we're going to be here too long, bro. Hazard, Kuhl. I have Kuhl. He's decent in game. He's fast. He does the job. But there's definitely better, man. Karchawi. This Avila. See, this is why I do these videos, bro. It's because I can also showcase some of the cards that people don't, you know, not the, what is it? The untrained eye could see, if that makes sense. Not this guy. Avila, bro. Avila, I think he's actually a silver, sorry. How the mighty have fallen. I think he used to be gold, right? But you can still get him there. You can still get him to the 84. Now look at this card, boys. You'll be like, Mike, this stats looks pretty mid. What are you talking about? Look here, though. I don't know if this is the correct one, but you can basically evo him. He goes to 5-star, 5-star is what I'm saying. I think it might be... Which one was it, bro? Did they remove it? I could be wrong, but the one that I was showing... I mean, even if he doesn't get the 5-star, he's still very good. You know, Avila, it doesn't really, you can't click on it, but 92 pace 1 to 85 shooting. If you somehow got that one, he's got 88 dribbling, 88 physical. That was a silver card. a silver card that looked like that, it might actually be nerfed. I don't know. Because we cannot see the... can we say Evolution Boulder? Let's see here. Oh no, not Evolution Boulder. Can we see the paths that were back in the day? I think you could look at it back in the day. Wait, let's check. Exclude evolutions. I'm not too wait. Let's see. 92 pace. I don't see it anymore. Show expired. There we go. Hold on. 92 paste Avila. Okay, I don't see it here for some reason. But nonetheless, though, man, if you got it, fair enough. You got it. But that's what I think about evolution sometimes. Like, it's a bit redundant because, yes, they'll be good for a certain amount of time. But if you just buy, like, Rafinha or, like, Yamal, they're going to be good irrespective and even off the bench. But not only that, like, they're going to be really, really good. And you can always sell them in the future. Yes, they'll drop in price. But their longevity holds, I think, better than Evo's, in my opinion, at least. But Graham Manson, very nice card. This was one actually guy that I had to start. I had to like bookmark this because look at this, bro. And it's so Indian, man. Shout out India right there, man. We got let me try and pronounce his name. Narayanan, something like that. Above 90 pace split, bro. 90 finishing, 90 balance, 86 stamina. You let me know perfectly how this type of card from a bronze can go to 84 that has that face stats with technical plus 5-star skills. This might be the weirdest card I've ever seen in the whole game. This is insane. 90 finishing with over 90 pace split, technical plus with enforcer base, bro. Low driven base, trickster base. Nah, I've never seen this type of card ever, bro. But nonetheless, though, when we will move over because you can't obviously get the card anymore. But if you did it, though, shout out to you, bro. Who even thought of doing this type of card? Maybe his family members, shout out. Let's move over to the cheap to medium strikers. This is the most anticipated one and not the play style. This, people love looking at the strikers. Now, when it comes to strikers, right, I feel like it's more leniency to use whoever you want. Like, I'm using Crespo at striker and he got me like 12 wins one weekend. Very nice card, but I definitely see there's more to improve, you know. You want to get cards that essentially do everything. Like Claudia Pina, I don't know what it is, right? Can we speak about that card? She is getting to the levels of Benyetta, if not better. She's got 79 pace, right? It feels like 99. I'm not even kidding. She maneuvers herself very good, bro. I think what makes her so good is the way she turns. You don't need to be doing too much. You can be the shittest playing under the sun and you can use Claudia Pina. You will win games. One of the most irritating cards in this game. Yeah, she's getting up there with the top 10 most irritating cards in FC history, bro, or even Ultimate Team. So irritating, what a card. Every time I play a man, you just check her ponytail in game and you know you're gonna have a game right there on your hands. But yeah, that Pele was the one that got expired. We got Pulisic, Benzema, he's okay, Alvarez. I'd say the best cheap, or you could say best valued striker, like in the medium, cheap to medium range, is probably going to be Wilson. Every time I play a man with the first touch plus, you know, 5-star skills as well. I mean, sorry, weak foot. It's a recipe for disaster for your opponents. I mean, straight up. 85 stam, 88 reactions. I mean, all for the price of 75k. One of the best valued cards that money can buy right there. Might be steal of the day. I'm claiming that one today. Yeah, crouch is decent, but you will see his height kind of dissipate the card. This one is nice though. Let's just see. I think, yeah, there we go. We can see he's, yeah, so the Evo Flash expired. That's what happened. Now, if you did the Undead line and the Evo Flash, you can get a 5-star Villa. That was what I wanted to show. At least we got that out the way. This one, however, Evo Flash expired very quickly. If you did this one, GG's to you, because this card is so irritating. I've seen multiple people actually suffer off the bench. Very nice card. Her body type kind of reminds me of like Claudia Pina, you could even say. But yeah, very nice card. But just use Claudia Pina, you know, that's the thing about some of the Evos. You know, you can just use Claudia Pina. Why would you need to Evo that card when Claudia Pina is the best card under the sun? Mbeumo, very nice as well. Shout out to him for United, playing like a beast. Let's jump over to the very last category. It's going to be, you know, feast your eyes, boys. Medium to expensive strikers, 25 million, by the way, for this whole thing. Yeah. Yeah. Mbappe, Vini, Ginola, boys. that's going to be the end of the video, man. I don't need to be explaining myself here. These cards are just amazing, you know. I don't need to be also adding Ronaldo's, which is the R9s, those type of cards, because it's redundant. Everybody knows they're good. Rashford is very nice. Do you choose the right wing or striker? I'll be honest, I wouldn't say it's that deep. Just choose one that fits the team. He's going to be good irrespective. You know, you can always add a play style for him in the future if you don't like his play styles, etc, etc. If you thought you messed up, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's going to be the video, boys. I will catch you in the next one. That's the best meta plays in each position. Please, and like would be much appreciated. These videos take long to compile and do, so would be much appreciated, man. I will catch you boys in the next one. Tell me who's your favorite card right now. If you need a team, second link in description. Have a sweet one, boys. Peace.